You're listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates. It has been a while since I've been in studio, and actually I'm not back in studio just quite yet, but there are some very important special people in studio, and have a chance to record with them today because it is National Lutheran Schools Week, and we are celebrating God's gift of Lutheran schools all over the country, really all over the world. And in the International Center this week, we have several students and several schools visiting the International Center to share with us their great music during the time of chapel, but also to have an opportunity to get to meet them and learn more about Lutheran schools. Today, we have students and faculty from Christ Community Lutheran School in Kirkwood, Missouri. And so joining us in the studio, Sophia. Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being our guest. Tell us, what grade are you in at Christ Community Lutheran School?
I'm in 8th grade.
Glad to have you, an 8th grader in our studio. And next up we have Kennedy. Good morning, Kennedy.
Good morning.
Kennedy, what grade are you in at Christ Community Lutheran School?
I'm in 8th grade.
Oh, so glad to have another 8th grader in studio. And next up is Mason. Good morning, Mason.
Good morning, Andy.
And what grade are you in, sir?
I'm in 6th grade.
Glad to have a 6th grader in studio. So a lot of middle school in studio today. And also joining us in the studio, Mr. Spangler, English teacher and discipleship, music and theater teacher, teaches just a lot of things at Christ Community Lutheran School. Mr. Spangler, how long have you been with CCLS?
This is my 5th year teaching there.
Well, glad to have you with us this morning. Thanks for bringing students to the International Center. I'm sure it was a really long drive for the field trip today.
Oh, yeah, we're about three blocks away.
Well, glad to have you there and here at the International Center, and thanks so much for spending some time with us. Let's start with Sophia. Sophia, what is your favorite subject at Christ Community Lutheran School?
Oh, well, I personally like science.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of fun, and we have a good teacher.
What do you love about science? What are you studying right now, and what are some things that you enjoy about that?
Right now we're focusing on light waves, and it's really cool because the color you're seeing isn't actually the color. It's the reflecting, what reflects off whatever material you're looking at.
Wow, that sounds fascinating. And so you're studying light waves. Anything else about science that you really enjoy or that you love about your science class at Christ Community?
We do a lot of interactive experiments, so everyone's involved.
Very cool. Kennedy, tell us about your favorite subject at Christ Community Lutheran School.
Mine is English because we're doing speeches right now, so
Excellent. And so are you preparing a speech, or have you recently given a speech?
yeah. We just did a speech that we had to memorize from a movie or a famous one that's already been done.
And what was your speech?
My speech was from the movie The Blind Side. It's when she goes up to him in practice and tells him all the stuff that he needs to do.
Oh, was that from Mrs. Toohey in The Blind Side?
Yeah.
Very good. Mason, tell us about your favorite subject at Christ Community Lutheran School.
It's probably a tie between science and math. I
Aha.
really like math because I'm pretty good at it, and science because it's really fun. And I just like the material that we're learning.
What are you learning in math right now? We'll get to science in just a minute.
In
what are you,
math, we were learning how to name the different shapes and how to classify the different shapes.
Wow. So what's a decagon?
A decagon is a 12-sided figure, I believe.
Close.
10-sided figure. As my theater teacher just reminded me.
Very good. And tell us about, you said science is your other favorite subject. Tell us what you're studying right now in science.
In science, we're studying weather, how clouds are made, and what different factors go into making weather, and how you make wind and stuff like that.
Wow. So can you sum up how clouds are made in just a few short words for us?
Moisture, pressure, and temperature.
Wow. Good job. Good job. Mr. Spangler, what do you teach several subjects at Christ Community Lutheran School? Do you have a favorite one?
I really enjoy teaching theater. I've been directing theater for about 22 years at all different levels, and it's just really fun to be able to give students an opportunity to perform and get them up in front of an audience.
So what are the students working on right now at CCLS in theater?
We are in the middle of rehearsals for our spring show, which is going to be High School Musical.
So you've got some music as well to work on in your theater productions, it
Yes.
sounds like. Back to Sophia. When do you learn about Jesus at CCLS? When do you learn about Jesus throughout your day?
Well, it's mixed into all the classes in some way, but in the morning we have about 30 minutes of discipleship, and then between most classes we have a prayer at the beginning, and we pray after lunch.
Kennedy, would you like to add anything to that? Are there other times that you learn about Jesus or that are significant for you?
Yeah, so on Wednesdays we have like a chapel early in the morning for like replace for discipleship and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mason, anything to add to that?
So on the first Mondays of the month, we usually gather in like gospel groups, and they're just like little groups of kids and like older kids, like 8th graders and 7th graders. Like 8th graders will be paired with 6th graders, 7th graders will be paired with 5th graders. And then, we just gather in different homerooms, and then we just talk about Jesus. And also on Thursdays, we break off into, like, boy and girl time. Like, that's in 6th grade, and we talk about, like, I guess, like, differences between boys and girls, and, like, as we get older, I guess.
So you meet in a group of just boys
Yeah.
for a time, and the girls meet with just a group of girls during that time for discussions that are appropriate for your group.
Yep.
Mr. Spangler, you mentioned that you shared with me before the program that you get to teach discipleship. What do you enjoy about teaching discipleship, and what grades do you get to teach discipleship for?
I teach 7th grade discipleship, and what I really like about it is it's very catechetical, so we do a lot of 10 Commandments, the Lord's Prayer, those kinds of things, and really get to dig into them and give the kids an opportunity to just think through some of the, what does this mean to us, the good Lutheran question, and it's just really, I enjoy the opportunity to be able to get the kids into the Word and help them to think through what it is that they believe and why.
Outstanding. Back to our students. Let's start with Kennedy this time. Kennedy, how long have you been a student at a Lutheran school?
I've been going to CCLS through kindergarten through 8th grade, so yeah.
Wow. Do you know, would you like to talk about why your family chose CCLS for you? Or do you know why your family chose CCLS for you?
No, I think it's because, like, my family goes there and my cousins, like, went there, so I guess they liked it.
So it's an important part of your family. How about you, Sophia? How long have you been at Lutheran schools?
Well, I've been at CCLS since kindergarten.
And how about you? Do you know why your family chose CCLS for you?
Well, none of my brothers have gone to a Lutheran school. They all went to our public school. And my mom really just didn't like the atmosphere, and she wanted me to go to a place where I could express my faith in different ways than they could.
Very good. Mason, how about you? How long have you been at Lutheran school?
Kindergarten ever since, and my family chose it because, well, I mainly chose the school because my family's kind of like the kids get to choose their education, I guess, and then so I guess I chose it because I liked the look of it, like, overall, and I liked all the faculty. They were really nice and really friendly, always welcome and ready to greet somebody, a new face.
So you were very welcomed at CCLS. Glad to hear that. Mr. Spangler, what do you love about teaching at a Lutheran school?
Oh, well, there's too many things. I've grown up in a pastor's family, went to Lutheran schools most of my life also, and so it's just kind of part of my blood. And it's so nice to be able to be in a place where I can express my faith, where I can because it's so much a part of everything that I do and I teach. I don't even have to think too much about when it just gets integrated into everything that we do. So I love teaching at Lutheran schools.
Well, this is also National Lutheran Schools Week, and are you all celebrating this week? I know some schools celebrate it other weeks throughout the year. Are you celebrating and observing National Lutheran Schools Week this week, Mr. Spangler?
Yes, we are. The kids are
All
very
right.
excited to get back to school because they had to be in their uniform this morning, and when they get back to school, they can change.
What is today? There are quite often some crazy dress-up days for that. What's the occasion today? How are you all dressing for school today, Sophia?
Oh, today is Pun Day Monday, so you dress as either your favorite pun, or you can just dress very wacky or opposite of what you usually do.
Something tells me you had a favorite pun.
Oh, yeah. So I brought brownies to school, and I drew a can of Coca-Cola and taped it to my shirt because I was baking soda.
That's impressive. Kennedy, how did you choose to dress today for Pun Day Monday?
I'm gonna be a wrapping paper.
I can guess. What all does that entail?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna be wearing paper and a hat backwards and sunglasses, and I'm gonna have a microphone.
Aha, very good. Mason, how about you? What are you dressing for this first day of National Lutheran Schools Week?
Well, I got like a rainbow mohawk wig, and I would put it on and I would say, "You're my true friend," so I'm showing my true colors to you.
Well, it sounds like you all are having a great time with National Lutheran Schools Week, and more fun and more learning to happen throughout this week as we celebrate God's gift of Lutheran schools this week. Glad to have you all in studio, and I am so appreciative of the opportunity to talk with you, learn more about Christ Community Lutheran School. With just a few seconds left, any shout-outs, anyone you want to say thank you to for giving you the opportunity to be a part of Lutheran School, or any favorite teachers or anyone you want to say hi to? We'll start with Sophia.
I just want to say thank you to Mr. Spangler because he's a great choir teacher. He's a great teacher overall, and he loves every one of us, and it's great.
Kennedy?
All of the teachers and my mom.
And Mason?
I guess all my teachers, because they're really great and they always encourage me to learn and keep going, and my parents, I guess, because they're really supportive of me no matter what my choice is.
Mr. Spangler?
Oh, I guess I would say my parents especially, who really instilled a love of Jesus in my life and gave me the opportunity to advance and become a teacher.
Well, thank you all for being a part of the coffee hour this week in National Lutheran Schools Week. Thanks to the folks at Christ Community Lutheran School. More Lutheran schools coming up this week as well as we celebrate National Lutheran Schools Week on the coffee hour. I'm Andy Bates. Thanks for listening.
The Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.